Hello everyone, happy Friday, happy early Valentine's Day, I guess you can say. I hope you guys are all being blessed, happy, excited that it's the weekend, you get a little break. But yeah, I look a little bit alive this week, feeling a whole lot better. The last week has not been that kind to me, but it's not the point. Anyways, like I said, I hope you guys are having a blessed Friday. And before we get into this video, like I always say, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Turn on post notifications and go back and watch my last video if you have not done so already. Alright, let's go. So I look more alive this week, and that makes me very happy because the last few days, like I said, have not been that kind or easy on me. I've been very tired. But anyways, that's besides the point. So Valentine's Day is in a few days, and some people may have Valentines and some people may not have Valentines, and honestly that is perfectly fine because you don't need to have a Valentine's unless you want to have a Valentine's, if that makes any sense. But I have said this to many people, and I've said this probably in one of my old videos, I don't know. But yes, you need to learn how to love yourself before you allow someone else to love you. Okay, I've always talked about like self-love, and honestly, that goes for Valentine's Day too, because there are many people who are out there just like, oh, I don't have a Valentine's, I don't have this, I don't have that. And yeah, it's nice to have a Valentine, it's nice to want to have a Valentine and stuff, but we have got to learn how to love ourselves before we get into a relationship. Because if we go into a relationship not loving ourselves and expecting others to love us, and we can't do it ourselves, it makes no sense. Because the way how you treat yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you treat yourself like crap, that person isn't really going to love you, and that relationship is going to end up being like trash. It's going to be a very toxic relationship because you're going to wonder why this person isn't, loving me the way how I expect them to, but yet at the same time, I'm not loving myself the way how I expect somebody else to love me. If you expect somebody else to love you a certain way and you can't do it for yourself, do you really think that's going to happen? Like, be honest. Like, do you really think? It's not going to. So let's use Valentine's Day for those who do not have a Valentine, quote unquote, a physical person or whatever. Yet, let's use that day to, spend it with ourselves. Be your own Valentine. If you don't have a significant other, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, be your own Valentine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's honestly very fun because what I've been doing the past few days is recuperating, resting, doing some homework here and there as much as I possibly can. But yeah, take yourself out on a date. There's nothing wrong with taking your own self out on a date. Like, who wouldn't do that? I know some of us are expecting, these nice roses, the breakable heart, the breakable chocolate hearts and stuff, or the Chick-fil-A nugget hearts. Low-key, I want some, but maybe next year. But yeah, spend Valentine's Day with yourself, do a little spa day, relax, watch a movie, watch an old TV show. I got some good ones, A Different World, Grey's Anatomy, Friends. Since they took it off of Netflix, I decided to go ahead and buy it on DVD. But yes, The Flash or Supergirl, or if you're into movies, watch Oh, it's definitely coming out today. To all the boys I've loved before, watch some movies or something. Relax, chill, read a book, or use the day to sleep in if you're quarantining in your house or whatever. Do something. Don't just expect Valentine's Day to be sucky because you don't have a Valentine. Spend Valentine's Day learning to love yourself, and it was definitely a hard process for me to do. I'm still learning how to love myself, honestly. But yeah, learn to love yourself before you allow somebody else to love you, because getting into a relationship and you don't love yourself, that's not something you're really prepared for. Like, you're putting a burden on yourself because you have this expectancy for somebody else, and it's like a hole that's missing. It's like, why don't I feel like this person loves me? When you don't need a person to honestly validate you. You're valid with or without a person. Remember that it's only you at the end of the day. So please, who cares if you have a Valentine or not? Honestly, I know Valentine's Day is different because COVID. And last year, COVID was around, but it wasn't as a big thing as it is now. You didn't have to wear a mask. We're still able to go out with no problems. And no, it's different from my parents. It's always different because my dad can't come for Valentine's Day. But even if he wanted to this year, he can't come. But anyways, learn to love yourself before you allow somebody else to love you. Okay? People come and go, relationships begin and end literally every day. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's only you. You've got to learn how to love yourself. Self-love is the most important thing ever. I've talked about this so many times, okay? Love yourself first and love somebody else second, okay? It's always going to be you at the end of the day. If you're not married, you always come home to you. Always come home to you. You don't come home to another person unless you're living with that person. But you always come home to you. So learn how to love yourself first, okay? I hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Happy Valentine's Day. If nobody has or will say it to you on Valentine's Day, I love you guys. Will you be my Valentine? I hope you guys will accept it. But anywho, happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you in my next video. Be safe